yes, we have to make sure also that they are capable, they are skillful, they can stand on their feet and live a life that is secure. That's our responsibility. We cannot say they are believers and we let them go. Sahaba used to be very skillful. They used to raise their children to be skillful. And that's what we have to do. So we cannot separate between these two. It's a human being that we are raising. And also we need to have them self-confident, proud to be who they are. They are Muslims, they need to stand up and they need to be proud of that Islam, those Islamic values, morals, and they need to share them. They need to be able to stand up and share them with others. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in conclusion says, whoever works righteousness, man and women, and has faith, verily to him we will give a new life, a life that is good and pure, and we will bestow on such their reward according to the best of their actions. And so it is this exercise of doing what is right and observing Allah's obligations on us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make it easy for us to have this good life. And this is here, not only in the hereafter. It is here in this life. If we observe these guidelines, inshallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala shall give us this life of happiness that everybody is searching for and seeking, but no one seems to find. This is what Allah is guiding us to. As references, there is a book that is online, in fact, Family Life in Islam by Khurshid Ahmed. It's in this website. Also, it's Fiqh Sunnah, that D is a Q. It's Fiqh Sunnah by Sayyid Sabiq. This is a well-known textbook in Islamic jurisprudence. This is volume 2. It talks about marriage and family duties. There is one third reference that I missed to put, which is Parenting in Islam. This is a series of books written by Dr. Bashir and his wife, and it's a beautiful series on parenting and youth issues and so forth. I believe they are available here at Y Islam. So I will stop here. Jazakumullahu khairan. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. If you have any questions from the floor or from online. Jazakallah. Yes, sister. Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
I have a question regarding to polygamy.
The question is, the sister says that if the husband sends money to support a family or his relatives overseas and we are struggling here, is it proper to do so? Again, within these responsibilities and duties toward this large structure that we call a family, we may be surprised to hear the Prophet of Allah saying, what you have in your pocket, your brother has a right on it. And so if my brother from my own mother and father are struggling overseas and I can send them the few $100 in a time or so, and that means a lot to them because of the conditions, and that also means to me that I need to tighten my belt here. That's in the obedience of Allah. And so the wife, the children have to understand that and accept that yes, we are going to tighten our belt so that our relatives can have something. So the wife should not have the right to say, stop doing that because it's affecting us. Yes, it's okay to affect you.
It can be from both sides.
Absolutely. What do you mean from both sides?
Like send money to her family.
The sister is asking, can it be from both sides? That means her sending money to her family. Two situations. If the money she's sending is hers, that she earned, he has no say on that. It's her wealth, remember? Anything that she earns is hers. She doesn't have to spend anything on her family. That is the structure of life, family life in Islam. But if she is asking him to send, it's part of strengthening for her mother and father that become his family also. But if it is for an extended family, that is not an obligation on him. but it's out of his generosity to help his close relatives, because those, by virtue of marriage, they have become also his close relatives. This is the way and means of strengthening this pool of relationships. And so that inshallah next time those who have received that assistance will love each other more. That's how we strengthen each other. And subhanallah, وَالْأَقْرَبُونَ أَوْلَى بِالْمَعْرُوفِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, those who are close in blood relationship are a priority in charity. So instead of giving it completely to an outsider or completely to an institution, if you know that those who are close to you are in need, they are a priority before anything else. That's the reason to strengthen again these relationships. Any other questions?
The way I understand, I think, is from the sister's question is that if a woman, she's sending it to her, the money she's sending it to her brother or her parents, or she's buying new clothes, etc.
Yes, the brother is asking if the woman is spending that money out of her own money, that means money that she earned or she inherited, whether she uses it to buy things or she sends it to her family, the husband has no say. And that is correct, as long as all that spending is not in discordance or in contradiction with what Allah has asked. So yes, that's correct. If there is no other question, inshallah, we will conclude. Jazakumullah khairan. Yes, sister, one more. Thanks, sir.
What about the husband treats the woman if make it hidden change?
You mean sister in mistreatment? How much should be she patient on? Tolerate, yes. The question is how far the sister or the wife should live under mistreatment and how much she should tolerate. Really, she should tolerate nothing. Mistreatment, undignified treatment is not acceptable, period. The minute things that are expected to come out of behavior of a husband or a wife, that's something that we have to live with and try to rectify as we go. But if it becomes humiliating and impossible, she should bring it to an authority, not to, for example, the mosque, the imam, the people who can help, and should ask that they come together in a discussion with people who can help them. She should seek help. She should not accept to live under that type of life, because that's not what Allah meant. Obedience means it is this structure that you cannot, for example, do things that are outside the contract of marriage. You have to respect the fact that the authority in this household structure is the husband. That's part of the contract of marriage in Islam. Once you accept that, you have your responsibilities, he has his, you have your rights and he has his. But there is no tyranny or abuse, absolutely none. If it becomes physical abuse, it has to be brought to the authorities, legal authorities in the country itself. Don't accept abuse. Don't be quiet on them. If there are things that are frictions that may cause problems for marriage, that should be brought to people who can solve issues. But if it becomes physical, that should be brought up to the authorities.